Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. So 17th chapter is about the division of faith. Okay, so today we'll see based on the three modes of material nature. What are they? The three modes?
Mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance.
Yeah, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo. And which is the mode which is above the three?
Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva, that is Vasudeva.
Is also called Vasudeva platform. Why is it, or pure goodness? Why is it called Vasudeva platform? Why did it get that name? There's a reason behind it, no? Why is it called Vasudeva?
Qualities of Bhagavan. 6 qualities of Bhagavan we can feel there only.
We can't feel that. We can realize it. Okay. We can realize those qualities. Okay. What else? That means what? Realizing the 6 qualities means you are close to the answer.
Mataji, at that stage only we realize Vasudev.
Yeah, so we realize Vasudev in that platform. And as Mataji said, yes, the three, all the Shadaishwaryas of the Lord can be realized at that stage. And then that's why it's called Vasudeva. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shaktitam. So based on the three modes, there are faith is divided in 3 modes. Worship is divided. Okay, faith and worship. Food is divided in the 3 modes. Sattva, people eats something. Rajo, Tamo. Then sacrifice is austerities, then charity. So by faith, we'll see how it is divided by the 3 modes, how the faith is divided. And then we'll also see the worship. Okay, so in this chapter, okay, so chapter 14, we saw Sattva, Rajas, Tamagoda, the 3 modes. 15th, we saw how it is divided to upper branches and lower branches. Urdha, Mula, Madha, Shakam. 16th, we saw divine and demonic quality. Now we'll see the divine people will be into Sattva and demonic called Rajas and Tamo. So we'll see that there is a link between these. It says, yes, Shastravidam Utshritya Vartade Kamakarataha Nasa Siddhimavapnoti Nasukam Naparamgati. He who discards scriptural injunctions and act according to his own whims, neither attain perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. So we should act according to Shastras. Okay. Shruti, Smriti, Puranadi, Panjaratrin Vidimina, Ekandiki Harit Bhakti, Utpai Deva Kalpati. If you don't follow the Shastra, then we're just causing disturbance to the society. So here Prabhupada warns us that we can't, according to our own ideas, worship. No, we have to follow the scriptures. So we'll skip it. We are already late. So this is the sloka which I said in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Shruti, Smriti, Puranadi, like Shrutis and Smrtis and Puranas, all the Pancharatri Vidya. If you don't follow it, Vina means if you don't follow it, Ekantiki Hari Bhakti, and alone you whimsically do your Bhakti, then Utpai Deva Kalpate. Now some people said, day before yesterday also it was Ekadashi, yesterday also Ekadashi. So we are starting fasting from day before yesterday. So from day before yesterday, they started fasting and today morning they broke. That's not given in the Shastra. Shastra says when it's Ekadashi, Tithi might start any time. But when that time starts, there should be sunrise. When sun rises, it should be Ekadashi, that Tithi. Then it's considered Ekadashi. Otherwise, do the fasting next day. So according to Vaishnava calendar, it was yesterday because the Tithi would have started day before yesterday. It was Ekadashi Tithi. Tithi means that time. 11th day of waxing and waning of the moon. That's the Tithi. But sunrise was not that time. Sunrise was before that Tithi started. Yesterday when the sun rised, it was Ekadashi Tithi. So yesterday we fasted. That is the right type of fasting. And some people doesn't see the paran time, the breaking time. Today it was before 7:20. Everybody broke before 7:20, right? Sometimes it will be till 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. So there was a Mataji who don't follow the timing only. Whenever her breakfast is ready, she breaks. No, not given much importance to parent time. Then what happens? Your Ekadashi is not considered valid. No waste of taking Ekadashi, because we know the Ambarish Maharaj story. What happened? Even when Durvasa Muni was there and he knows that Durvasa Muni will be angry, still he broke the fast with water. Okay, that story, you know, how the Sudarshan Chakra came. That story says what? The parent timing, breaking time is very important to break it at that particular time. Then only. So these are all given in the scriptures, different Puranas. I don't know which Purana, but it's definitely given. Otherwise, our Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, all the Gurujans will not follow it. Why all Acharyas are following the right time? So that's based on Shastra. But if you whimsically do it, then you don't get much effect and you're disturbing the whole society with that. Utpai Deva Kalpade. It's simply an unnecessary disturbance in the society. So we should follow the authorized Vedic literatures like Upanishads, Puranas, Narad, Pancharaka. Otherwise, it's just waste of time. Shrama eva hi keval. So based on the faith, it is said there are 3 kinds of faith. Okay, Arjuna is asking, what is the situation of those who just worship out of their own whims? Ye shastra vidamasujja yachante shraddhayanvita tesham nishtatuka Krishna sattvam ahorajastama. So Arjuna is asking, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principle of scripture but worship according to their own imagination? Now, before coming to Krishna consciousness, I saw that movie, no, PK something. In that movie, you've seen like the hero just keeps a stone and puts a red kumkum on top of it. And he throws some money and runs off. And it will be in front of a college, and that college had exam that day, that board exam, something, semester exam. So all the kids now, the students, the youngsters, they were like so much worried about exam. And they all saw this stone with kumkum and lot of money around. Everybody went there and put money and they bow down there. They don't even know it's just a stone. It was just a stone. The hero was stepping on that stone. Just a stone. No temple, no authority, no scriptural instinct, nothing. Okay, now we might ask, ISKCON deity is also made up of stone. It's made up of, but prana pratishtha is done. That's different. That means invoked with prayers. The Lord is there in the deity form. It's Arsha Vigraha. But this was just a stone kept, and he was saying, see how the faith of people is. So Arjuna is asking, if you worship like that, what type of faith it is? In which mode?
Ignorance.
Yeah, definitely ignorance. They are blindly following. Anda yadandar upariyamano. Prahlad Maharaj says, the blind following the blind. Like the blind person is going. No, if the second person is also blind, if we are not blind, still the person leading us is blind, definitely we're going to fall into a ditch or something. So this is, Prabhupada says, the modern politicians are like that. They are blind in the sense, blind ignorance in spiritual knowledge. It was Ekadashi yesterday. But another religion had some festival that yesterday here. So many animals were slaughtered. And we were doing Nirjala Ekadashi here to get the mercy of the Lord. And you think Lord will be happy when the animals are getting slaughtered just in front of us? What to do? We could not do anything. We can't do anything. The whole society is like that in Tamoguna and Rajaguna, what to do. But then slowly things will change. We don't know. But Kali Yuga is like that. It's going to degrade only. Only some will escape. So Bhagavan says, Shri Bhagavana Vaja Trivida Bhavati Shraddha Dehi Nam Sarvabhavacha Satvigi Rajasi Chaiva Tamasi Cheditam Shranu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, according to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's faith can be 3 kinds: goodness, passion, ignorance. Okay. So he's saying Trivida Bhavati Shraddha. Shraddha means faith. What are the stages in Bhakti? 9 stages.
9 stages. Shraddha, Sadhusanga, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha Ruchi, Bhava Bhakti, Anishtha Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava Bhakti, and Prema Bhakti.
Yeah, Asakti, Bhava, and Prema. Others, don't worry, you will study this in Nectar of Devotion, next module. So these are the 9 stages: Shraddha, Sadhusanga, Bhajana Kriya, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. Now that Shraddha means faith. First in Bhakti is faith. See, unless you have faith, you will not come to Bhagavad Gita study. Unless you don't have faith, you will not chant the holy name. You have to have faith in Krishna and his words, that is Bhagavad Gita, right? Unless you have faith, you cannot do Bhakti. Not only Bhakti, material things also. Unless the patient have faith in the doctor, the surgery will not be successful. That thing should be there. Otherwise, if you think, whatever the doctor do, I'm not going to get well, there's some psychological problem. So we should have put that faith on that person. So Trivida Bhavati Shraddha. It says when you go to take a flight, do you go to the pilot and ask them to show the pilot certificate or something like that? No, you trust the airlines, you know that they're going to take you to the destination. Now, when you come to spiritual life, why do you doubt the spiritual master? Srila Prabhupada said, you do this, you'll go back to Godhead. Why are we doubting? We should not doubt. We should have that faith in the spiritual master. So, Trivida Bhavati Shraddha. Why we don't have faith? Because we are in ignorance or Rajagun. Three kinds of faith involves, he says, Dehinam Swabhavacha. It's mainly because of the three modes. According to the modes of material nature, there are three faiths. What are they? Sattva, Rajas, and Tam. Based on that. So as long as one's faith is not completely in purified goodness, the faith is subjected to contamination by any of these modes of material nature. The contaminating mode of material nature expands to the heart, and therefore, according to the position of the heart in contact with a particular mode of material nature, one's faith is established. Karanam Guna Sangasya. Because of the association with the three modes, we have different species of life taken birth. And because of that association, what happens? Our faith is also established. Now we'll see in which mode people worship whom. So people are being controlled by the three modes of material nature. That's why we are called conditioned soul. And if we do not follow the Shastric injunction, then he will concoct. He will create something according to his own position, either in Tamoguna or Rajaguna or Sattva-guna. Okay. Sattva-nirupa sarvasya shraddha bhavati bharata. Shraddhamayo ayam purusho yo yashraddha sach evasa. O son of Bharata, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one involves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the modes he have acquired. So based on the mode, they'll have this faith. So he's going on conducting himself under the influence of the same modes of nature. But those means superficially doing something in Tamoguna, he will not be successful. He will not be successful. Yes, Shastra Vidam Utsilcha. So Prabhupada says, don't be in Tamoguna when you do the faith. No, blindly don't do it. So like some people worship ghosts and spirits. What is there to worship on ghost? First of all, who becomes ghost? Who get a ghost body? Who are the ones who get ghost body?
The ones who commit suicide, Mataji.
Yeah, those who commit suicide. In the sense, the material nature has given them a particular time period to live. And they themselves end the life, which nobody can do. Only God has given the life. He has to take it back. But they do it like according to their own imagination. They think that all the problems in life will be solved by doing a suicide. No, problems will increase only. Why? As far as our karma is concerned, the reaction will come. We have to undergo the proper reactions. That has to be done. Not in this life, next life, we have to undergo the reaction because we have done the sin. Only thing is to take to Krishna consciousness so that akarma, that is the sins get burnt. Like yesterday, those who did Nirjala Ekadashi, the sins of so many janmas gets crushed just by doing this Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi. So powerful, so powerful. Some of the devotees in our temple got giddiness also because they are weak, and suddenly it was very hot yesterday. It was raining till then, but then yesterday it was hot. Krishna is testing the devotees. But then there is an effect of it. No, the sins gets crushed. So there is the solution is not suicide, because you do suicide, only the material body which is made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether is going to perish. What about your soul? What about your subtle body, mind, intelligence, false ego? It will travel to the next body. But since you are given a lifespan and you take the life before that, the material nature will not give you a human form or any other form. It will be a ghost form. You will not get a body until the lifespan of that particular body gets over. And they'll degrade. They will not get human form next. They'll degrade. So the ghost form is not a pleasant form. You want to eat, you can't eat. You want to talk, you can't talk. It's like you don't have a gross body. It's very, very painful situation. So Shastra never agree for that. Never appreciate that. So worshipping them, what does that mean? Worshipping the ghosts and spirits. So these are all in Tamoguna. That's not in the Shastras to worship them. Okay, so Krishna says those who worship them, they go back to them. Thus we find different types of faith in this world, and the different type of religions due to different types of faith. Okay, just skip it. So different people worship different living entities. We'll see how people are worshipping according to Sattva, Rajas, and Tamoguna. Yajante Satvika Deva Yaksharakshapsi Rajasa Pretan Bhudaganam Shanye Yajante Tamasa Jana. Men in the mode of goodness worship demigods. Like you can see Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Sun God, all them, they are worshipping the demigods. So most of us were demigod worshippers, we were coming to Krishna consciousness. Nothing wrong. It was in Sattvagun. It's in Sattvagun. Only problem is, what is the problem in demigod worship?
It's temporary results, Mataji.
Temporary results, one. Second.
They're all
Main-
subservient to Krishna.
Okay. What is the defect in worshipping the demigods? Temporary results, fine.
We'll go
You
back
will
to
get
their
the
planet,
Sargalokka, but
Mataji.
you will come back.
You go to their planet, very good. But then what happens
But you
after
will
that?
come back.
We'll
Yes,
come
you will
back.
come back.
Abrahma Bhuvanarloga Punaravartinorjuna. We'll come back. It's like a giant wheel. You've seen the giant wheel? It goes, you just get inside the giant wheel and then goes up. And you'll be like so happy. You can see the whole city from the top. You'll feel like, oh, I'm in the top of the world. Then within few seconds, the operator on another switch and you like come down, completely down. And again, it takes you up, again, you come down. So it's like a giant wheel only. You go to the heavenly planets, then Shine Punya Martelogam Vishanti. Once your visa is over, they'll push you out. And then you come, once your Punya is over, you come back to earthly planet. Again, take Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. Again, go back to heavenly planets. What's the use? So, those, if you take, Prabhupada gives a very nice example. You take a ticket to Delhi, you'll go to Delhi only. You will not go to Kolkata or Mumbai with that ticket, will you? No. So similarly, when you chant the demigod's name, you go to demigod's planet. You can't go to Krishna's world with that. Only in Krishna's world, yet the Tvana Nivartande, no more coming back. But in demigod's world, you have to come back. Why? Why do we come back when we go to demigods? Okay, one is Punya gets over. Second, why is rebirth there? Or coming to the material. Why are we coming to the material world? Why there is Punarjanma?
Those planets
Mataji, there is
also are material in the material realm, not
Yeah,
spiritual.
those heavenly planets are also in the material world only. You've seen the Goloka chart, the 14 planetary system that's coming from the Garbhodaya Vishnu, the lotus stem, and then the top is Brahma. So that's the highest in the material world. It's in the material world. That means there is birth, death, old age, disease. So all this, the heavenly planets, Swargas, are also in the material world. So definitely, you're not going to the spiritual world. Spiritual world means Vaikuntha and Goloka. And that you will get only when you worship Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, that's in Shuddha Sattvagun or pure goodness. So Krishna says those who are in goodness worship demigods. Okay, now those who are in Rajogun, you can see what that person is doing, right? So they worship demons. Like example is the Second World War. A man in Calcutta worshipped Hitler. Because thanks to that war, he had amassed a large amount of wealth by dealing in the black market. Okay, whatever. So you've seen now great heroes in the sense in the movies and cricket and especially movies. When the great movie get released, they like do Pala Abhisheka, in the sense milk Abhisheka is done for in that flex or the poster of that fellow. Instead of wasting it there, they can feed that milk to the poor, hungry beggars or children. But what are they doing? It's all Rajaguna. They're building a temple for someone. I heard there was a temple for some actress somewhere. What are they going to do in that temple? Stupid things. What are they doing? So such people, what they do? They'll take birth again in earth. It's in Rajagun, passion. How can you worship a living entity, a conditioned soul who have all these defects of committing mistakes and cheating others and illusion and defective senses? We can't worship. Worship means Krishna. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. It's only to Krishna worship means. So that's Rajaguna. In ignorance, people worship ghosts and spirits. It's still there in remote villages in India. If you go, they worship the ghost and all these black magic. So many things are there. Yaksha, Buddha, this thing and all. We have to see that in India, the lower class people sometimes go to the forest and they have their knowledge. Their ghost lives in that tree. They worship that tree and offer sacrifices. These different type of worships are not actually God worship. Actually, it's not so much in the Shastras, like it's denied. And we go to their planet. Krishna says that. Later on, we'll see. The slokas, Krishna says that they go to that particular planet. So, okay. So now what about the footsteps? Now we saw faith in the three modes. Those in Sattvagun worship demigods, Rajagun worship demons, and Tamoguna worships ghosts and spirits. Now what about the food in the three modes? Aharastva api sarvasya trivido bhavati priya yajnastapastata dhanam tesham bhedam imam shranu. Even the food each person prefers is three kinds, according to three modes of material nature. The same is true of sacrifice, austerity, and charity. Okay, now he'll see about Sattvagun. Okay. So food we eat will be really affect our moods and including our levels of alertness and behavior. That's why very important to have Krishna Prasadam. When you have Krishna Prasadam, what happens? It becomes karma free and also the consciousness will change. It will be in Shuddha Sattvagun. Krishna has accepted it. Ayu Sattva Balarogya Sukha Preeti Vivardhanaha Rasya Snigdha Stira Kritya Ahara Satvika Priya. So in Sattvagun, how is the footstep in Sattvagun? You can see all these footsteps here. That foods dear to those in the mode of goodness increase the duration of your life, purify your existence, give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart. Okay, so basically fruits, vegetables, all that. So food in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, purifies your existence, gives strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Okay, so such food is considered to be sattvic. Again, sattvagun. Now, many people are changing to become vegetarians and all that. Why? Because of even here, but getting adulthood. But then still, many of them are trying to be sattvic. That will help it decrease your disease and all kind of problems decreases. So sattvagun is good, and that too. Prabhupada says we're not vegetarians, we are prasadarians. We need to offer it to the Lord. So this is in the mode of goodness. So like milk products, sugar, rice, wheat, fruits, vegetables. When you see that sloka, patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati, tataham bhakti upadhitam asnami prayadatmanaha, 9.26. So Krishna says that you have to offer these things. Now in purport also Prabhupada says, Krishna says these things. Krishna doesn't say eggs, meat and all that. Krishna says this and we offer that. Okay, Krishna says patram pushpam phalam toyam. That's it, no? Water, fruit, leaf and flower. But then why are we offering all what we cook, rice, dal, all that? Roti, sabjis. Why are we offering all that then? Krishna asked only these 4 things, no? Specifically. You make nice kheer and offer to Krishna. Krishna didn't ask kheer. In fact, Krishna didn't ask milk only. Krishna just asked water.
But then we can do it and we
Krishna
are
is
also
Bhava
having
Grahi
it, no
Janardhan. So we
Mataji?
are having, so we are making it with that Bhava. So he is Bhava Grahi Janardhan.
He is Bhavagrahi.
He'll
Definitely,
accept
he doesn't accept your biryanis and all that. He'll just see the bhav with which you offered. Bhavagrahi Janardana. Definitely. That's true. But then why are we offering? Yes, as Mataji said, we like it. Or we have
Mataji, we have to offer according to our capacity, Prabhupada says.
Yes,
Whatever
we offer
that
according to our
doesn't mean
capacity. That's fine.
that we have to offer only one fruit, one flower and
But
water.
where is in Shastra it is said that we should offer all that? In Shastra says Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. And yes, and as an Acharya, Prabhu, we say Guru, Sadhu and Shastra.
Mataji, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in Rajbhog Aarti, we offer all the foodstuffs to Krishna. All these foodstuffs are mentioned in the Rajbhog Aarti song. So,
okay, that is one thing. And the next sloka after Patra Pushpam, it is what? Yat karoshi yatasasi yat jagoshi tadasi yat tapasyasya kaundeya tat kuru madarpanam. Krishna says, whatever you eat, whatever sacrifice you do, whatever charity you do, offer it to Krishna. He says that, no? Yat karoshi yatasnasi, everything. So that's why we are offering. Krishna says, offer everything to the Lord. Even when you give charity, previously we were about to give charity. So what should do? Take the money. You give charity, that person might take that money and buy a knife and kill another person. Will karma come to you? He bought the knife with your money, but you didn't even know that he'll buy a knife. Will karma come to you? Why all are silent?
Yes, Mataji, it will come.
Karma will come.
It will come.
Karma will come. But you are so innocent, no? You didn't even know that person is going to buy a knife with that money. So the money which you give, what if they buy say, alcohols or some drugs or anything with that? So definitely, sir, karma is going to come to you. Now what to do? Does that mean we should not give charity? No. As grihastas, we should give charity. Brahmacharis and Vanaprastha sannyasis are exempted from charity. They take charity from grihasthas. Grihasthas should give. So what should we do? Take the money, offer to Krishna. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu. Oh Krishna, it's for you. I mean, the karma phala will not come to you then. Once offered to Krishna, it's nullified. The karma gets nullified. So just because the food offered to Krishna, the karma gets nullified. It becomes karma free. Then why won't the money offered to Krishna? Just offer to Krishna and give it. Then it will not. Hare Krishna.
What is the meaning of offering all the money to Krishna? Like we mentally offer and use it for ourselves?
Yeah, mentally. Yeah, mentally you can offer. Like some devotees, they get the check from their workplace. They directly keep into the altar and they just pray. Or in the mind, you offer in the mind. Yes. Manasa puja, you can just offer mentally to the Lord and use it. But we should not use it for sinful things. Definitely a devotee use it only for Krishna conscious things, something related to devotion. So definitely. In fact, the house rent you pay or whatever, no, the car, anything. It's all for you're using, they are paying the rent so that you can peacefully sit in the house and chant the holy name. So everything is connected for a devotee. But so you offer it to Krishna. Anyway, it doesn't make difference for a devotee. But then when we do things like this, when we give charity and all that, because of this karma coming, we should offer to the Lord. Om Tat Sat means everything is offered to the Lord. Okay, so these footsteps are dear to people in goodness. Food in the mode of passion, how are they? Katva amala lavantyushna tikshna ruksha vidaniha ahara rajasasyeshta dukkha shokamaya prada. Food that are too bitter, too sour, too salty, hot, pungent, dry, burning are those in the mode of passion. Such food causes distress, miseries, and disease. Once in a while, we can have all these, okay, but less spice. But everyday spicy things, what will happen? You'll get gastritis, acidity, and ulcers. So food that are excessive bitter, so sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning, such things cannot be taken. And they are dear to those in the mode of passion. And they cause distress, lamentation, and disease. So this is Rajagun. Yes, pickle can be taken once in a while, but then not like every day, so spicy ones. No, we should avoid. We should avoid it, and we make it less spicy. Food in the mode of passion causes miseries and reduces mucus in the stomach, leading to disease. Okay, and what about ignorance? Yadayamam gada rasa rasam pudi paryusidam chayat uchishtam apichatyemam chametyam bhojanam tamasapriyam. Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten. Food that is tasteless, decomposed, and putrid. Food consists of remnants and untouchable things is dear to those in the mode of darkness. See, this 3 hours we cannot follow sometimes in house. Sometimes you do cooking once a time and then you reheat and take it in the night. But if once it's prasadam, it is said prasadam will not get spoiled. So immediately after cooking, within 3 hours, you should offer to Krishna. It should be offered not too hot, not too cold. It should be medium, like how a person eats, that medium hot. And that means within 3 hours, we should offer it. Once offered and you mix it with the Lord, with other food, then become prasadam. Then you can consume it even at night. Like if it doesn't get spoiled, it will not get spoiled and it doesn't become. Chishtam of the Lord is good. That's one way of crossing Maya. Anybody knows what are the 5 things we should do to cross Maya? Uddhava says to Krishna. One is prasadam. Just by eating prasadam, you can cross Maya. Then, any other thing? Okay, the garlands offered to the Lord. At the night after Shayanarati, the pujaris will remove the garlands and give it to us. All the small deities, big deities, all that. Now, when you get the garland, you wear it, you smell it, you keep it in your hair, or you just smell it. So that is one thing. The garlands used by the Lord can be taken. The second is the ganda. Means like in Narsimha Arati, you will have ganda, no? You have this oil offered. And then that oil is given to the devotees and you put it on the arm and then you smell it. So that smell which is offered to the Lord, and then you can take it. So one is garland, one is prasadam, one is ganda. Then the dresses used by the deities. Like once you've seen the turbans of Krishna, it will be a lot of shawls, this color ones. And once it fades, or after so many months it's been used for years, then the pujaris give it off. Like they have new stocks coming and the old ones, torn ones, and all is given off. Especially in Vrindavan, I've seen it's in Kartik month, there'll be an auction going on. they'll get some Lakshmi money also for the temple, and devotees will take it as prasadam. So you can wear that. You can use it in some way as a part of your dress. That's the thing. And then there's ornaments. Like in Barsana, they give Radharani's bangles as prasadam. So you can wear it. So the ornaments used by the Lord. So these 5 things, okay. Tava ubabhukta shrighanda vaso alangara charchita uchishta bhojanam dasa tava mayam jayemahi. So Uddhava says there's a temple in Kerala, Guruvayur temple, very famous Krishna temple. When you circumambulate the temple, you can see the sloka printed on the wall. It's been just carved on the wall. And there they says, the Srila Prabhupada's name is mentioned, and we feel so happy to see the Acharya. Whenever I go to temple, I go to that particular place and see Prabhupada's name being printed, carved in the stone of that temple. So it's Prabhupada's purport and comments on that this particular sloka has been mentioned there. That you have to use the garlands, the ornaments, the dresses, the ganda, oil, and especially prasadam of the Lord. Then you can cross Maya very easily. Uddhava says that, Krishna, we can cross your Maya very easily. What is our 5 things to be done? These 5 things. That's why in temple, if you go, like all these 5 things can be done. Or not, you all could not do all the first 4 things, at least the 5th thing, prasadam. That can be given to everyone, not taken. We can cross Maya. So here, 3 hours doesn't mean like decade things. It means decade things. So decade things should not be used more than 3 years, or somebody has eaten it. Because when you take, how does karma get transferred from one person to another? There's transfer of karma, right? How is the karma getting transferred? Especially after marriage, the karma is shared by husband and wife. The husband have some bad situation, wife also have to suffer it, no? So there's a sharing. But how does karma get shared normally?
Mataji, by criticizing the other person.
Okay, by criticizing it happens, yes. Then, uchishta, when you eat the remnants, saliva, it comes, like the remnants of somebody. We've seen husband eats and the wife eats after that. It's actually karma gets transferred. Mother and child, that's fine. Husband, wife, fine. But from outsiders, if you eat and then take the remnants, the uchishta. So we take uchishta of great devotees. Srila Prabhupada, whenever he have prasadam, he keeps little for his disciples. That's fine. That is Mahaprasada. What is it? Bhakta Pada Duli Ara Bhakta Pada Jal. Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha Tino Mahabal. That's a Avashesha of a great devotee, a pure devotee. You know the story how air hostess became devotee? Anybody knows? Some air hostess, one air hostess. She became a great devotee in ISKCON. Nobody know? You have heard? Through this prasada of Prabhupada. No?
No, Mataji, not
Oh,
heard.
it's a nice story. So Prabhupada was going in a flight, and then when you travel long distance, it's better to have dry prasadam. So this, what do you say, puffed rice. Murmure, no? What do you say? Puffed rice. The puffed rice can be made in a particular preparation. You can just fry them up and put some haldi and some preparations are there, some chaat masala, and then you make it very dry preparation, peanuts and all. It'll be very tasty, and you can just take it for like 3-4 days. It doesn't get spoiled. So Prabhupada did that. Disciples took that preparation, and they were in the flight, and they offered to Prabhupada. It's been already offered to Krishna, and Prabhupada was having. So it was a big plate, and Prabhupada took half. And this air hostess came and asked, what would you like to have? Because they will not have any cooked food with onion garlic. So the devotee said, our guru likes to have a glass of milk and fruits. Not cut fruits, full fruits. Why? Because they might cut the meat with the same knife. So if you use cut fruits, it might get contaminated. So he asked full fruit. So she brought, and she was happy to. She did only one small service to Prabhupada. What? She gave milk and fruits. That too, it was her job to do it. She did it. She didn't even know who Prabhupada was. So the Prabhupada's uchishta was there. That means he already had it. Becomes Mahaprasad. And he gave to the disciples. Prabhupada gave to the disciples. And I think Shrutakirti Prabhu, somebody was there, the Prabhupada's secretary. And this air hostess didn't even ask, can I take? She just grabbed a palm full of this puffed rice and put it in her mouth. And she just went away. She's like, oh, this is what you people eat. And she went. And Shuddhakirti Prabhu's like, she just had Mahaprasad. And she served a guru, she served a pure devotee. Now, what is going to happen to her? So, after 9-10 years, the devotees went to a particular place to distribute books. And that was a place where there is no one who's Krishna conscious. Nobody knew about ISKCON. But when they went to one house, there were Prabhupada's big picture, there was deities, they were like, it was like the whole house was, there was Tulsi Maharani worshipped, and there's Prasadam. And they're like, yeah, would you like to take some books? You already is a devotee. Then the hostess says, this person made me a devotee. That is Prabhupada's picture she showed and said, I just took little Mahaprasad of Prabhupada and I became a devotee. So she became a devotee just by like that. And everybody was so excited to know about Prabhupada's power, the power of Mahaprasad. It was the remnants of Krishna, which is taken by Prabhupada, it becomes Mahaprasad. That's why we should always have the remnants of a pure devotee. And that it will take away our karma and gives us Krishna Bhakti. Okay, so so that was nice. We all felt like, okay, she got the mercy of Prabhupada. It's not like she unknowingly did it. It was Prabhupada's special mercy on her. Because she served him, she served. So little service done to Prabhupada, he doesn't just ignore. So, okay, so the food in ignorance, we should definitely avoid, which is stale and tasteless and bad smelling. Decomposed, it might have some microbes and organisms in them, But some of them, they make this cheese and all, and wine and all being put for like months and years together. And there's actually fermentation happening. There's been some microbes in that, So such things have to be avoided. Yes, Jyoti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Mataji, the underprivileged people, they have this stale food, In that case, what happens to them, Mataji?
They get disease. So here it is said that such decomposed food will definitely cause disease and they'll have problems. But what to do? They can't afford it, They can't afford such food. That's why when Prabhupada once had this feast and there was like the remnants thrown, and when Prabhupada saw from the window that dogs were also eating from the waste basket, that little children was also fighting for the food, Prabhupada tears in the eyes, and Prabhupada said the prasadam should be distributed at least 10 kilometers around the temple or 10 miles or something. So stale food, yes, they don't have an option, Mataji. They'll have tasteless and decomposed food. But what to do? That's why Food for Life is coming up in ISKCON. That's why we give prasadam, especially during the pandemic time. Many temples were distributing free prasadam to people, nice, freshly cooked food. But in such situation, when they are poor, that's why I heard, you heard the great person who actually walked to the ISKCON temple to have good meal. Sunday is a love feast of Sunday. So Prabhupada's ours is a kitchen religion, it is said. Kitchen religion. Through cooking, through good consciousness, offer to the Lord, and that food is gone to the person. So the person who's having prasadam, knowingly, unknowingly, he actually or she is going to get that benefit. Because the food we eat is not only just absorbed to the body and going as waste, a little part of it get absorbed to a subtle body, that is mind. Jaisa an, Vesa man. How we eat, that's how our mind is. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, what is it? Vishaira annakhaya tushtahaya mana. We should not eat from a non-devotee. Because the way they cook, the consciousness will be different. So our whole consciousness gets spoiled. So unless and until it's an emergency, you're traveling or you really can't. And now also there is some railway thing, some messages being given that when the devotees travel, they can just book rail prasad. They get all over India. There are centers where they bring you prasadam at the railway station, wherever you are. You just have to book prior. Just give some Lakshmi, my pain, get nice prasadam in the train or wherever you're traveling, most of them. Some of them do fasting, they can't afford. Or you can have fruits which is naturally occurring, nothing to be cooked there. So fruits are always considered Mahaprasad because nothing is getting cooked in a fruit. It's naturally occurring, naturally given by the Lord in the nature. So you can just consume them. But then, yes, sometimes we can't help. That's why people come to ISKCON, especially in our temple, like nearby people, and all just come for prasadam. They don't even take darshan. Sometimes directly they go to the prasad hall. But slowly their consciousness will change. It's okay. Let them go. Let them at least take prasadam and purify their consciousness. And slowly they'll get attached to Harina. Then the same person, one person I've seen is old. He doesn't have anybody. He's alone. So he can't afford to have in the hotel every time. So he comes every day, afternoon and evening. He comes for prasadam. I've seen. And we didn't say anything because he's been old and he's been coming. But he directly go to the prasadam hall. So the devotee said, we'll give you prasadam. Only one condition is you have to attend at least one arti. Any arti in the whole day. Then he started coming for Sandhya Arati. And he'll sit, watch the deities, and he'll sing Hare Krishna, he hear Hare Krishna, then slowly, that consciousness will change. So prasadam has a lot of power, and prasadam sarva dukkhanam, it will take away all our dukkha. The best food is the remnants which is offered to Krishna. Prabhupada says, therefore, to make food antiseptic, eatable and palatable for all person, one should offer to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Ahara Shuddho Sattva Shuddhir. Sattva Shuddho Dhruva Smriti. Smriti Labbe Sarva Dhantina Vipramokshaha. So what does that they say? By performance of yajna, one's eatables become sanctified, and by eating sanctified footsteps, one's very existence become purified. By the purification of existence, finer tissues in the memory become sanctified. And when memory is sanctified, one can think of the path of liberation. And all these combined together lead to Krishna consciousness, the great necessity of present day society. Okay, so I'll stop with sacrifice. Sacrifice in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. We'll see how the sacrifices are done. So we saw the faith in the three modes. People in goodness worship whom? Whom does they worship?
Demigod.
Demigods. Not Krishna. In Shuddha Sattvagun, they worship Krishna. Okay, don't get confused. Sattvagun is also a mode in material nature. It might be Sattva, but it's in material nature only. It's material mode. It's not spiritual. The spiritual mode is Shuddha Sattvagun. Those who are in Shuddha Sattva worship Krishna. Those in Sattva worship demigods. Those in Rajagun worships demons. Ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. Okay, don't get confused. Why are you all getting confused? Very easy. Shuddha Sattva worship Krishna. Sattva demigods. Rajaguna the demons. And it's Tamoguna ghosts and spirits. Okay, now food in the three modes. In Sattva, the food is wholesome, fruity, juicy, and it increases your lifespan, gives you health, happiness, okay, all that. So, satisfaction. And what about Rajagun? How is the food in Rajagun?
Bitter, salty,
all that. Then it causes distress and problems, diseases. And Tamogun, food is decayed, more than cooked, more than 3 hours, tasteless and decomposed and all that. And again, it causes distress and miseries. And sacrifice. Afala kankshivir yajno vidhi tishto ya ichyate yastavyam evedi mana samadhyasa sattviga. Of sacrifice, the sacrifice performed according to the direction of the scriptures as a matter of duty by those who desire no reward is the nature of goodness. So you're doing sacrifice and it's given in the scripture. Okay, so you can see the first picture. Srila Prabhupada is doing Arati. It's a kind of a sacrifice. The Harinam Yajna is the sacrifice in Kali Yuga. Or the Arati is also prescribed. So he's doing according to the scriptures. So one should go to a temple or church as a matter of duty, offer respect to the Supreme Personality Godhead, offer flowers and eatables without any purpose of obtaining material benefit. You're doing offering, you're taking all this without material benefit. One should simply go and offer respect to the deities. That will place one in the mode of goodness. It's the duty of every civilized man to obey the injunctions of the scriptures and offer respect to the Supreme Personality God. So you're doing according to the scriptures. Krishna says, Manmana bhavamat bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru. Krishna says in the scripture to do namaskuru, to pay obeisances. You pay obeisance. And he says, worship Krishna. No, think of Krishna, worship Krishna. So we are worshipping Krishna. So it's given in the Shastra what we are doing. That is Shuddha Sattva, or at least in the mode of goodness also people do that. But in Rajogun, api sandhyaha tu phalam dambatam api chaivayat ijyate bharata shreshta tam yajnam vidirajasam. Sacrifice performed for some material benefit, now, or for the sake of pride. You should know to be in the mode of passion. You can see some people do big yajnas and all that just to do a show that we are so rich. or might be they are expecting some material benefit out of it. Oh, if I do this yajna and please this demigod, I'll become rich, or I'll get a good job, I'll get a good wife, something like that, material benefit. So that is Rajagun. And Sattvagun, Vidhihinam Asasritnam Ashrishtanam Mantrahinam Adakshinam Shraddha Virahitam Yajnam Tamasam Parichakshate. So any sacrifice that is performed without regard to the direction of scriptures, they're not given in the scripture, without distribution of prasadam, the spiritual food, without chanting the Vedic hymns and remuneration to the priest, and without faith is considered to be in the mode of ignorance. So you can see who's the picture in the third picture. Who's that person?
Vrittasura Mataji. Vrittasura.
Not
Who is
Vrit-
doing Tamasiki Yajna?
Huh?
Asmasura Mataji.
Basmasur, yes. So what is he doing? He's
Basmasura.
trying to cut his own head and sacrifice it in the fire to please Lord Shiva. And he got what boon he asked?
He keeps his hand on someone's head, Mataji, they will burn into
They
ashes.
will get.
What,
Yeah.
what kind of boon is that? Or is it given in any scriptures that you can keep your hand on somebody's head and that person become Pasma? This is demonic. This is Shuddha Tamo Guna. No? And then finally what happened? We know that he wanted to keep the hand on Lord Shiva only. Lord Shiva started running, and who came?
Lord Vishnu
In
Lord
what
Vishnu
form?
came.
In which form?
in Mohini form.
Mohini Mataji.
form. Mohini, and she danced and induced the Basmasur, and then he also, Mohini Murti put her hand on the head, and Basmasur also put out his hand on the head, and he himself became Basma. So what is the use of such sacrifice that is done? It's in Shuddha Tamoguna. So Prabhupada says austerity. Okay, I'll stop here. Austerity of sacrifice we finished. Austerity we'll do next class. So we stop at 14. Okay. There's only 28 slokas. We'll finish in 2 classes. Next week I'll correct the open book. Okay. Any questions or anything to add? Others can leave. Those who have or I'll just end the class. Anything to add, Vanija Mataji?
No, no, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Oh, attendance. Yeah, Mataji just posted the attendance. You can fill. Because I was late, I skipped the breakout room.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, pranams. Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, Madam.
Mataji, yesterday in the temple, what was offered to the Lord, Mataji? In Nirjal, was it like something different? I mean, we have to do the fast, but was anything offered to the Lord, or how was it, Mataji?
No, normal offerings only. Like for no, because the Lord doesn't take Ekadashi, you know.
Yes,
So we
Mataji.
do normal offerings only done, Mataji. And Ekadashi Prasadam also offered, yes, Ekadashi Bhoga, because for outsiders, like devotees, most of us took Nirjal only, but some did shuffle, so a lot of fruits will be offered on Ekadashi day, juices and fruits. And outsiders, like because it was a holiday, many outsiders came. So for them, we make Prasadam and offer, because for the Lord, there's no Ekadashi, no, so normal food is only offered. Devotees doesn't take it,
Mataji, Hare
but
Krishna.
yeah. Nothing Nirjal Ekadashi, nothing special. I think Tuesday is Pani Hatti, no? Chitadehi.
Yes,
So
Mataji.
you can offer Chitadehi in the sense you can, oh, Monday, tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I thought it's tomorrow. Okay. So that is, you can make with, if you have poha at house, chipped rice, you can mix it with curd. You soak the poha in hot water or milk and then put some curd and some fruits. This thing, bananas or mangoes or something, sugars, and then just grind nicely, and you can have it for, can offer to Gaurmitais, because Raghunath Das Goswami got the punishment based on that. Here we don't celebrate, but some temples, yeah, especially Mayapur, it will be so grand. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any other questions? Anybody who took Nirjal first time yesterday? All been taking. You took first time, Jyoti Mataji?
No, Mataji. This is third time.
Third time. Mamta Mataji?
Mataji, I used to do it, and yesterday I wasn't feeling good, so I did.
Okay. Vanaja Mataji? First time.
Mataji, I've been doing from so many
Yeah.
times I've done Mataji.
Okay, so no problem. Should take care of the health. Prabhupada never encouraged Nirjal, but then yes, for our purification we need Nirjal, but it was a nice experience. You could chant more. Anybody chanted 64? More than that? 49 rounds, Saurav Prabhu, very good. Keshav Prabhu, how many rounds?
70, Mataji.
Huh?
70.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Vanaja Mataji?
I did only 40 Mataji.
Okay. Yeah, doing more rounds, it'll be nice. Okay. Hare Krishna. August, anybody is coming? I think Keshav Prabhu is trying to come. Anyone else is coming?
Yes,
I'm
Mataji,
coming,
planning to
Mataji.
come.
Jyoti Mataji, Pooja Mataji. Those who are coming, please give your names to Nandita Mataji. Send her in WhatsApp. I want your name, phone numbers, the date when you are arriving to Mangalore, and who else is accompanying you. How many? Because we have to arrange for the accommodation. Okay, so based on that, if you want your hotel arrangement, then you yourself have to do. But if you want to stay in the temple, and as informed before, separate rooms are not available. You have to share. It might be common bathrooms, dormitory type. But we'll see if any special concession done there, we can take care of it. But then please let Nandita Mataji know. We are all collecting, and Mataji will send it to me. We are collecting the details. I have to submit to Namanishta Prabhu. At least a rough number, how many are coming. Okay? So
Mataji, how many days, Mataji?
At least you can try to come on that main days, that when Radha Yatra happens, 9th, no? That is Balram Purnima. So some are coming on 8th. 9th is Balram Purnima, that is Saturday. And Sunday you can stay, might be Prabhupada's departure to USA. Oh, that's fine. 9th is Radha Yatra. So Balram's appearance day. So 9th, 10th, 11th, I think 3 days. But
Okay,
however,
Mataji.
you can come and go 1 day, 2 days, that's fine.
Okay, Mataji.
So it's like not compulsory. And I think next day they're going to Udupi and Pachaka. 10th or something. 10th or 11th, 10th they're taking them to Udupi, Pachaka. If you want, you can join, or else you can just come for 1 day and go. However, like your work and everything allows you, try to come. Okay. But just inform us at least few days before, so that arrangements last minute, we should not rush. Okay, Vanjakalpadrupasya Kripasindhibhi Vicha Padidhanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namanamana Kodi Vaishnava Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thank you everyone for joining.